Ink Ribbon.
This is how I turned this ugly space into a cozy gaming nook. And the best part is I did it pretty cheap. No sponsors, no free stuff was sent to me. I bought it all by myself. I bought everything all at once as a Christmas present to myself and then just waited for it to arrive. Once it did, it was time to clear out this dreadful space. First, I looked at what I already had, and I had a small TV that I used to watch stuff while I did cardio, but since my exercise bike broke, I guess I can repurpose that. So, no TV needed. Though this was one of those cheap Fire TVs, and you can usually get them for less than $100, which is crazy. I wanted to create a fun room, so instead of a couch, I decided on beanbag chairs because they were both cheaper and more versatile than a couch. It was surprisingly hard to find beanbag chairs, and I thought they were cheap, but apparently now they're luxury items. Next, I needed some kind of table, so I opted for these nesting tables, not just because they were under $100, but also because it was basically like having two tables that can take the space of one, and I got to assembling them. In my house, one of my main jobs is assembling all furniture, so this was just another day at the office. Now, of course, you need a TV stand, so I ended up choosing this one because it was cheap and it allowed for proper airflow to all my consoles, which is important because we don't want anything overheating. Also, something to note, if you plan on doing this with a heavy TV like a CRT, just know that cheaper TV stands like this only support up to about 50 pounds, so you might need something sturdier. One of the reasons I'm so excited about this is because it's going to fix a big clutter problem that I have. Some of you might be thinking I don't really need this space, but aside from it just making me happy, let me show you how I've been storing all my physical media. If you have OCD, you may want to look away from the screen. So in case you ever wondered my setup, this is where I sit, and back here, another reason why I need this is I've got so much gaming crap just shoved here because I have nowhere else to put it. Here's Carl's artistic flair helping me make these nicer. So this is my physical media area with books and some of my favorite TV shows, some of my favorite albums, and then here is where a lot of you are gonna wince and be like, oh my god, but this is where I store my extra games because I don't have anywhere else to put them. There's my Nintendo 64. So a lot of this is now going to be repurposed for the upstairs. Like all my PS2 games back there. And this is the drawer of electronics, which also is going to be consolidated into upstairs. Does anyone want to come over and play a 4-player game of GoldenEye? Now, it wouldn't be an Ink Ribbon video if there wasn't something Resident Evil related, so I saved this as a little surprise. There's one thing that I went out of my way and actually bought custom made on Etsy just to pull this room together, and it's in here. Okay, ready? Boom. How's that for a mat? I'm really bad at promoting myself, but I did release my first game on Steam. It's called 100 Doors. You can find the link in the description. It's only $4.99. It's like a liminal space horror kind of walking simulator game. It's kind of hard to describe, but put a lot of work into it, and if you want to support the channel, that's a way that you could, and if you don't, it's not your kind of game, I completely understand. I'll hopefully be making bigger and better games in the future now, and if you want to know more about the development of that game, I did make a video on my other channel, Ink Ribbon Tutorials, which is sort of more game dev stuff, but anyway, back to the video. Okay, so it turns out turning it not only works better for the outlet, but it actually created more sitting room, which is great. And as a bonus, people won't hit their heads on this weird angled ceiling. And next comes the fun part of bringing all my classic game consoles and figuring out what's gonna go there. And then the decor and the posters, whew, it's a lot. Now that everything was set up, it was time to bring my beautiful little consoles to their new home. I have more, but I decided to go with the N64, my modded PS1 Mini, and my PS3. This is my original PS3, like one of the original fat ones when it just came out. This console was so important to me. Also, excuse the dad belly. This was right after the holidays, so I was fattened up for winter. Now, the last step was to add some decor, and instead of stressing about it, I decided to use what I already had and just go for it. I took this old Dreamcast calendar and cut it apart to create these little square posters. I also took this Tomb Raider 3 poster from my collector's edition that finally arrived 2 years after ordering it, and I decided to hang up the pistols display from it as well because otherwise they're just going to sit in the box forever. So I wasn't going to add this, but my mom for Christmas sent me this like gamer box set of like generic gamer gifts. So this is like a thermos that says game on, socks that say I'm gaming, do not disturb, and a hat that says I'm gaming, do not disturb. I mean, now, one of the things that did come with that was actually really cool was this like LED controller light. And I decided, you know what? I am actually going to use that because otherwise it's just going to sit in a box. And I have to admit, it actually added a lot of cool factor to the room, especially at night. My cat really appreciates it as a reading light. Even though he's Gen Alpha, he really seems to enjoy reading gaming magazines. Alright, and another final touch. This morning I went downstairs and got my Wii, my modded Wii, which has, even though it's a Wii, it's actually a GameCube, which is why I have all these controllers. There's a sensor bar, and yeah, so now I have Wii and GameCube games down here, or up here, in this place. So it's currently like 6 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up and I lost my grandma. So instead of getting some work done, I'm just taking some mental health time. I'm playing Soul Blade, which was the original Soul Calibur, and I played this game so much back in the day. And I've got my coffee. I've got some drawing that I was doing. I have an adorable little cat. Hi, bud. And I have to say, this little nook is starting to be more and more like an escape, somewhere where I could just like, you know what I mean? And 10 out of 10, if you have a space in your house that you can do this to, do it. Do it for yourself. Do it to your mental health, because, oh my God, it makes me happy. And that's what we need right now, you know? And there we go. We went from this to this. Okay, so here's a quick breakdown of how much this actually ended up costing me. So the TV I already had, that was free, but again, you can get those really cheap now. So it's not that big of a deal. The beanbags, when I got them, were $59. The prices you're seeing are all over the place because when I went back, the same exact beanbags that I bought, same color and everything, are now like $72, which, you know, I guess I got them on sale. I'm not really sure. The TV stand was $97, although now it's $3 less, and the nesting tables were $53, but now they cost $7 more. So I just pay attention to prices. Some things go on sale. I don't know what to tell you. I don't work in retail, and I have no idea how all that is managed. The rug was $78. I got that custom made on Etsy. You can find those. There's a lot of people who sell those. I don't remember what person I bought it from. It was something, I think Brooklyn was in their username. And then the decor was free because it's also something that I already had. I also put this I got for a gift from my buddy Dale, and I put a first aid spray drink. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. So yeah, that's something that I encourage you to do. If you're a gamer to the point that you want to make something like this, you probably have decor that you can repurpose lying around your house somewhere. You know, if you've got old magazines or strategy guides or whatever, well, actually maybe don't destroy those because those are kind of rare these days. But I mean, the calendar, for example, it's a 2024 calendar. I'm never going to use it again. And this is from Warrior. Sushi Saturday. Yeah, and I know that I can have more decor, but right now I wanted to kind of give it room to grow. So now if I go to a convention or if I see something I'm like, oh my god, that would go great in my gaming room, I have space for it. So I don't know what this space will look like in a year from now, but right now it is such a nice place to just sit. Even though my computer's right there, I'm far enough away from work that it's like, and I'm really excited to see what systems I can get in the future. I really, really want to get a Steam machine. I wasn't going to get one, but if I could set one up here, oh, that'd be so fun to just play games away from my computer, because my computer has become where I work and live, and it's probably not healthy. But all right, guys, well, that's pretty much it. Requiem is about to come out, so I am about to be very, very busy for the next month or two. What are you doing? What are you doing? Carl's got the zoomies. But until Requiem comes out, I just wanted to get this video out because it was supposed to be out in January, and it's now almost approaching the end of February. Oops. But let me know what you guys think, and if you've got your own game rooms, I'd love to see them. I don't know how to do that because I'm not really on social media anymore, but you know what I mean. Remember to drink water, take care of yourselves. Oh, fuck, my sound thing died. Ah! Well, that's it for today. So remember to drink water, be a good person, and until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon. Look at this little man in his magazine. I know, bud. I was the same way in the 90s when a new game was going to come out.